Alright, so I just wanted to make a video about my Amazing Spider-Man collection that I've been putting together over the past couple of years. We'll start from the earliest ones that I have, and then we will work our way through. Mainly collecting Silver Age, and if you want to get even more specific, mainly collecting Ditko. It kind of started with this one. Once I got my hands on this one, I got a great deal on this. Once I got my hands on this, I was like, okay, I'd kind of like to get some of the other ones, and then it kind of kept going. But this is kind of the one that started it for me in terms of early Spider-Man. This is number 3, first Doctor Octopus. This one's missing the pinout, but I probably wouldn't be able to have one if it wasn't. So that's that. And then I also do this where I put some trading cards in the back there to kind of go with the books, which is pretty neat. So yeah, that's number 3. Next, another one that I really do like is, if I can get out of here, number 4. This is my Spider-Man number 4. This is the first Sandman. This one is complete and attached and everything. It is pretty beat up. I'm gonna try and get some closer views of some things. The spine is pretty beat up on this one, but again, if it wasn't in this shape, I probably wouldn't be able to get my hands on this book. So this is number 4, Sandman, pretty cool. Then I got where am I going? Little card back there, pretty cool. All right. Next, I used to have a number 5, but the number 5 I've sold. It was detached at one staple. I think it was the bottom staple for the cover, and for me, that's one of the things that if I can do without it, then I normally will try to not get books that are detached. Even the centerfolds, I try not to do that. So I ended up selling that one and putting the money towards some other books. But this one I got with the number 3 at the same time. This one is maybe even from the same collection. I noticed that pretty quick because the corners are sliced off at the exact same spot. So I don't know. At some point, somebody did that to both of them. This one again, it's really beat, but also it's got like staples added, so it's a really low grade copy, but it is complete, and that's about all I'm asking for, really. That and just hopefully they're attached. So number 6, and then I've got the card there in the back. And they're pretty cool. They got the text boxes that are like the letterheads that are the same, which is cool. Okay. Next, let's go to the next guy, which is number 7. Alright, this is number 7. This is my number 7. I think that the centerfold is popped at one staple. I can't really remember. Pretty sure the centerfold's popped at one staple. But other than that, this one's pretty clean. Oh, and it's got a coupon cut out. It's got a square connecting to the letters page taken out, I believe, but all the content's still there. It's just a picture that was cut out. I think it was a picture of Sandman and Spider-Man. Somebody really wanted out of there and they cut it out. So that is number 7. Pretty cool Vulture cover. And then I've got the Magic the Gathering cards that they came out with. My brother gave me some of those cards. So I like to try and stick them in my books whenever possible. So that is number 7. Let's see. Number 8. Right here. This is one of my favorite covers here. I love a yellow cover. And this one's featuring Human Torch, which is pretty awesome. Number 8. Also, you get a little Flash Thompson boxing match in the middle of the school action, which is something. Definitely some Silver Age writing there. But then the card here is Spider-Man, Human Torch. But there's the book. This one's really low grade as well. You're probably noticing a theme. I collect low grade. Kind of the whole or what is it? Rather have low grade than no grade. But for me, if I could get higher grades, then I would get higher grades, and I do try. But sometimes it's just more likely that these make their way to me, I guess. So this one, number 8. Really like that one. Let's see what else we got. Yeah, this is a big one. This is number 9. This first Electro. Pretty cool. This one's in pretty good shape. It's got, I don't know, maybe somebody ran a Hot Wheel over it up on the title. Where's it at? Like going this way. So you can see it. It's pretty obvious, but it's not like one of those distracting defects, like, you know, pieces taken out or writing and stuff like that. So this one's, for my standards, pretty high grade, but still relatively low. And then I got a couple cards in there on the Electro front too. Pretty cool. Electro. All right. Next will be, should be, number 10. Number 10. Awesome book. First Enforcers. Kind of an underrated team. Cool cover too. This one's solid. I'm glad I got a solid copy of this one, because a lot of them are just kind of dirty, and people love to write on this one because there's a lot of space. So you'll see a lot of the ones with writing in the pockets of the blank space there. Biggest defect on this one that I can remember is right here. That is kind of a tear or a slice in the cover, and it goes through the cover, but it's not super noticeable, so I'm happy with it. Haven't found the Enforcer's card yet, so yeah, that's number 10. First big man and the Enforcers. Let's see what is next. Where is... There it is. Alright, I almost skipped number 12, but I realized that I had skipped 11. This is number 11. Awesome cover. Dr. Octopus, second appearance. There's that one. This one's really solid. I don't remember anything major being wrong with this one. No, not from what I can remember. Just some spine wear. You know, your typical Silver Age spine wear. And then there's some Doc Ock cards in the back there. This one's really cool. Alright. Next. Okay. Now, this one, along with number 3, is probably one of my favorites that I do own. This is number 14, First Green Goblin. Pretty solid grade, other than the biggest defect, which is this nod on corner right there. Whether it was insects or mice or something. Something got a little hold of it. It's not too bad. Like with the other ones, these get really, really expensive as you go up in grades. So if I can own it with a little chew on the corner, I'd rather do that than, you know, spend $3,000 or $4,000 on this. So, a little Green Goblin back there. This one, probably one of my favorites here in this collection. All right, let me go through. All right, this one I got with the number 7, and it's got similar defects. It's water damage kind of throughout, but it doesn't look like it. You can see it's wrinkled, but it doesn't have like any super bad staining or anything. This is number 16. The reason why I say it's got similar defects is because number 7 had a popped. Wait a minute. Number 7 had a popped centerfold. This one's centerfold is intact, but I think it might have an extra staple or something like that. Can't really remember. But it does have a coupon cut out. The Strongman ad, whatever that ad is, somebody cut the guy out. So somebody wanted a picture of the strongman up on their wall, and they took it out of this. Amazing Spider-Man number 16. Daredevil appearance. It's in Daredevil. Alright. Next you've got number 17. Love Green Goblin, so had to get the second appearance. Green Goblin. Human Torch is also appearing in this one. This one's a pretty, like with all mine, lower grade. It's got the sub crease down the middle. You can see that. But the colors pop on this one. I noticed that the minute that I got it. So, pretty neat. This one's one of the higher grade ones that I have. This is number 18. For the money, probably one of the better early Amazing Spider-Man that you can find. Kind of underrated. You get the Sandman appearance. Kind of a classic story. Awesome cover. And I feel like the Enforcers make a appearance in this. I know they do in 19, but 18 I can't really remember. But yeah, number 18 right there. Okay, so let me put these back and I'll get the next few out. Okay. Next, we've got 19 coming up. Number 19 of this copy here. Number 19, Spidey Strikes Back. The follow-up to number 18's story. And there you can see the Enforcers, Sandman, Human Torch all making appearances. So pretty cool. This one's one of the more pricey-ish ones. And I got a pretty good deal on this one. It's in really good shape for my standards. Again, this is number 20 for Scorpion. Spine's pretty clean. Pin-ups in it. It's a solid one. On Scorpion. This one's cool. This is number 21. Beetle and Human Torch. Another solid copy of this. Cool one. Number 22. First Princess Python. Masters of Menace. Clown. Wrecking Ball. Those characters. All those oddball characters that never really did anything. Spider-Man number 22. And rounding out that is number 23. Which is a really cool cover. Number 23. Alright. Let me throw these back in there. The next group. I'm going to try and get them all at once. Let me see where I'm at. I guess I don't want to skip anything. Alright, number 24, the Hallucination Mysterio cover. There's a cool one. 25, I have 2 copies. This is the better one right here. I'll show both of them on camera. This is the better one. But the reason why I kept the other one around was because it's got a really cool stamp on the back from Kowloon. So it's really cool. And I just think that's pretty neat. Basically, I learned that back then, Kowloon in Hong Kong was a British satellite. So they got a lot of British media. And that would have included this. So pretty cool. This is number 26. This one's missing some of the story, so I'm looking to replace it. And it's also, it looks a little faded. So, looking to replace that one. So we won't spend too much time on that one, because that one could be going bye-bye. This is number 28. Pretty nice grade for this book. That black cover, everybody knows who's into this kind of thing, that the black cover can cause some problems if you're looking for a decent grade. So this one's pretty solid. All right. I am missing 27. I haven't gone over the ones that I'm missing, but we'll just keep this focused on the ones that I have been lucky enough to find. All right, let's go forward a little bit. All right, last couple groups here. First one, I have two of these. This is the first one that I got. Super nice copy of number 29. I mean, this is really solid. So I'll probably be hanging on to this one. Number 29. Scorpion water cover. And I grabbed this one too. This is a lower grade copy. So as you can see, not nearly as nice as that other one. So again, I might end up selling that one, might not, I don't know. This is number 30. Pretty solid copy of that. '30's kind of, well, it's kind of boring. 31's not as boring. It's got the bright red cover, and it's the first Gwen Stacy and Harry Osborn, so a little bit of a key there. This is mine here. Got this on my comic shop. Actually, if you want to get technical, this was the first one that I had. I got this one before any of the other Silver Age Spider-Man that I've got. So this one's been in the collection the longest. Number 31. And this is number 32. So 31, 32, 33 are part of that storyline. If This Be My Destiny, where Spider-Man lifts up the rubble, which I'll show you on this next book, which is number 33. And we're nearing the end. Number 33 here. This one is just really, really awesome. And it took me forever to find one of these. I would see them pop up, but I wouldn't want to pay that amount of money just because it's not a key, but it's known for its cover and for the storyline. But it doesn't have that key factor that motivated me to spend the kind of money that this book can get. But I saw that one come up and I grabbed it. This one is probably my highest grade of the Silver Age Spider-Man that I can think of. This is number 34, and it is really, really, really sharp, but it's got a little tanning to it. A little bit of tanning around the edges, which this book really shows because it's that light cover. And if it's got any amount of tanning, you're going to see it, but especially whenever it's this bad, it shows. But I would still grade this one probably over a 7. I mean, it's rock solid. So there's that one. 35, Molten Man. This one has like extra staples added in the top and the bottom. I was going to see if I could take them out, but I'll just leave it as it is. It's not worth the trouble to me to do that. And then, who knows, I pop those two added staples out and the whole cover's detached, or maybe I mess something up. I'm probably not going to mess with it. So, it's 35. 36. It took me a while to round out these 30s, but this was one of the earlier ones that I had in the 30 run. This is number 36. The Looter, or the Meteor. Pretty cool. All right. Let's see. What more we got in Ditko? Might do 2 separate videos. We'll do Ditko, then we'll do what I have of the Romita. Trust me, the Romita is just not as exciting because I started by prioritizing the Ditko, but I do have my fair share of Romita that I'll put in a video, just to see all that. But I'll just do these last 2 of the Ditko run. This one is number 37. First Norman Osborn, cool robot cover. This one's solid. Got a great deal on that one. And number 38. The last Ditko book. There's that one. So that's the Ditko run that I've put together so far, hoping to fill in some of the holes. We'll see what happens.